Capital structure planning is done to decide the optimal level of shares, debentures, and other securities to be issued by the company or loans to be taken by the company in order to run the business. The format for capital structure planning is similar to what we have seen in some other types of questions. We'll have particulars, okay, and then we can have any number of plans. So plan 1, plan 2, okay. Most sums will have maybe 3 or 4 plans. For the format, I'm just doing 3 of them. Okay, most of the stuff you just need to keep in mind in the particulars column. We start with the earnings before interest and tax, or simply EBIT. From that, we subtract interest in order to get earnings before tax. From this number, we can subtract tax in order to get earnings after tax. Earnings after tax. Okay, so keep in mind, this is EBT, this is EAT. Okay, and once we are done, we subtract preference dividend in order to get earnings available to equity shareholders. Once you have that, you can divide it. Okay, you can divide by number of shares in order to get earnings per share. Now, for those of you who always wanted full forms, you have a format nicely done with all the full forms. I'm repeating it one more time with short forms. Right, so we have particulars and any number of plans. Okay, and we have already seen that upstairs. This is our main format. You know what it looks like. Particulars, plan 1, 2, 3. Alright, so very roughly, one more time, we have particulars, okay, and any number of plans. Plan 1, plan 2, plan 3. Okay, and we start with earnings before interest and tax. From which we subtract interest. Okay, so EBIT minus interest gives us EBT. EBT minus tax gives us EAT. EAT minus preference dividend gives us earnings available to equity shareholders. And if we take this number and divide it by number of shares, then we finally end up with what is called EPS, or earnings per share. So the rule is, you will take, okay, let's say you have earnings per share 5, 6, 3. So 6 is the highest, you'll take the highest. Right now, in order to get earnings per share, okay, it's part of your ratio analysis chapter. Okay, earnings per share is earnings after tax or net profit after tax divided by number of shares, or what we call NOS. Now, this same number of shares is equal to equity share capital upon face value. Right. Similarly, a preference dividend is going to be the rate, okay, into preference share capital. Similarly, for equity dividend, it would be the same logic, but that does not come up over here. Interest is equal to the rate into the loan amount or value, better than value we can say debenture capital. Alright, so you have your format for capital structure planning. Any doubts, please mention in your comments. Thank you.